But everyone has a special talent in which they can believe.
Hi, you're watching the Children's Corner.
The Children's Corner is always so much fun, and we have wonderful guests. Today we're joined by Mary Carter Smith. Thank you for coming to the Children's Corner. And you are called the Griot of Baltimore.
I am the official griot of Maryland and of Baltimore.
And what is a griot?
Well, a griot is a word that comes from Africa. It is the French word that means the storyteller, the one who remembers the history and passes it on from one generation to another.
How beautiful. So I hope each of you are learning the stories even of your own families so you can tell them in the future. And today you're going to sing and tell us a special story, is that right?
Right.
And what is it?
It's about a very famous man whose name is John Henry. And John Henry was born years ago, and there's no really sure information about where he was born. But like some said he came from Louisiana, some said he came from Alabama, but I know he came from West Virginia, and he was a steel driving man. Well, now, when John Henry was born, the night was dark, the moon wouldn't shine, and the wind didn't blow, and the rivers ran up the hill, and that was the night when John Henry was born. And when that baby was born, he was born with a hammer in his hand. And he laid the hammer down and shook his crib and said, "I want some cornbread and collard greens." That was John Henry. He was a strong baby. And he grew so fast. And he was a tall, handsome man, black. And he had sparkling eyes and big muscles. And he told his mother and father, "You know what? I'm going out into the world to make my fortune." And he loved his hammers. He had that hammer. He was born with one in his hand, And he took 2 hammers, and he went out to make his way in the world. He met a friend named Bill, and they went together. Well, first they worked on a boat called the Diamond Joe, and he worked hauling all the freight. He was so strong. And this boat one time was stuck on a sand reef, and the boat couldn't move. The engines were going, but the boat wouldn't move. What were they going to do? People were screaming, "Help! Help!" John Henry said, "I will move this boat." And John Henry leaped off and got on the sand, and he pushed, and he pushed, and he pushed, and the boat was free. And they all clapped, "Hooray for John Henry!" He said, "I know I'm a strong man. I'm a strong man." And he and his friend Bill worked on the railroad. And John Henry was driving with that hammer. And Bill would hold the spike. They were laying a railroad in West Virginia. And Bill would hold the spike, and John Henry would hammer. He would hammer. He would hammer. He would hammer. And that was a big mountain near Alcott, West Virginia. And he would hammer, and then the boss man brought a machine down. They were going to have 2 tunnels there, one on this side, one on that side. And John Henry and Bill were on one side, and the boss man brought a machine. It was going clackety, 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 clackety. And John Henry asked him, "What is that?" He said, "That's a steel driving machine. It can drive steel faster than you." "Oh, no," said John Henry. "Nothing can drive steel like Bill and I can do." And what they would do, they would hammer in the mountain, put in some dynamite, run back and set it off, and then come in and get all the rocks out and go and hammer some more. And so John Henry and Bill were on one side, the machine on the other, going clackety, 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 clackety. And John Henry was hammering. He was hammering, but the machine was ahead. John Henry said, Give me another hammer. This only weighs 10 pounds. Give me a 20-pound hammer. He was hammering so fast until it looked like a blur. And, he was hammering, and the machine went clackety, clackety, clack. It was broken. But John Henry and Bill kept working. John Henry was hammering. He was hammering. He was hammering. And soon he broke through the mountain. He came through to the other side. The daylight came in. John Henry had won. But he had worked so hard, worked so hard, till he had a heart attack. And he died right there with his hammer in his hand. And there are over 50 songs about John Henry. This is only one of them. When John Henry was a little baby, a-settin' on his pappy's knee, he picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel and said, this hammer's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. This hammer's gonna be the death of me. John Henry hammered on the mountain till his hammer was striking fire. He hammered so hard that he broke his poor heart, and he died with his hammer in his hand, Lord, Lord. He died with his hammer in his hand. John Henry had a pretty woman, and she always dressed in red. She walked down the track, never looking back, and said, I'm going to where my man is laying dead, Lord, Lord. I'm going to where my man is laying dead. They took John Henry to the graveyard, and they buried him in the sand. Now every time a train goes by, it says, there lies a steel-driving man, Lord, Lord. There lies a steel-driving man. What's his name, children?
John Henry.
And you know you can help me sing this song when I beat my drum and stop and clap. Okay? Now I'm going to sing, and then I'll tell you when to clap. When I say, when John Henry was a little baby. Now stop, you go. Can you do that? Let me hear you go this way. Good. One good long clap. One. Let's hear it again. Okay. When John Henry was a little baby, a-settin' on his pappy's knee, he picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel and said, his hammer's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. His hammer's gonna be the death of me. You clap when I stop. John Henry hammered on the mountain till his hammer was a striking fire. He hammered so hard till he broke his poor heart, and he died with his hammer in his hand, Lord, Lord. He died with his hammer in his hand. John Henry! John Henry! Some said he came from Louisiana. Some said he came from Alabama. But I know he came from West Virginia. And I know he was a steel-driving man. Lord, Lord, I know he was a steel-driving man. John Henry! Oh, you're a wonderful group of clappers. Thank you so much. And that is one of the many stories about John Henry. And I'm from West Virginia, so I know. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for being with us today on the Children's Corner.
You're welcome.
And so again, the John Henry story is really a story about what, do you think? Working
Is a hammer?
and together. Wasn't it because John Henry and Bill worked together? And they put all of their focus and all of their attention and desire to make a big difference, and they did, right? So let's thank Mary Carter Smith for being with us. Thank you so much. And stay tuned, we'll be back for more on the Children's Corner.
And this is from one of the festivals of John Henry.
Hi, welcome to the Children's Corner News. I'm your host, Letitia. I'm here at the zoo today. One of the lions just got loose. This is not good.
Hi, we're at the North Pole with Santa Claus. Just a minute ago, the reindeer ran over Santa Claus. How could this have happened? He just was walking out of his home, and there the reindeer, boom, all over him. Oh no, he has to go to the North Pole Hospital. That's really sad. No more presents for Christmas.
Hi, welcome to the Children's Corner. I'm your reporter, Maria Primack. Right now, we're in the White House. Now, we're going to talk to the President, Barack Obama. So, Barack Obama, what do you have to say about the Children's Corner? He thinks that he loves the Children's Corner and all the knowledge that we give.
Welcome to the Children's Corner. I'm Miss Zoe, and thank you all for being with us today. We have a wonderful, gigantic surprise for you, all about giants, from Jeffrey the giraffe to maybe your dad's a giant, or a giant you've seen before on our other programs, or maybe John the Wiz and Hakeem may know.
Oh yeah, I like giant stuff.
Giant stuff. We know there's a giant team, and any of you think you're going to grow up to be giants? I know I'm not going to grow up to be a giant, but Christopher Sands from Toys R Us is here to tell us all about Jeffrey the giraffe, who is like a giant animal with a long neck.
There you go.
Welcome to the Children's Corner.
Thank you. Glad to be here. How's everybody doing today?
Just fine.
Good. You know what Jeffrey says? Push his ear. Say? Go ahead, push it again.
Come
Yeah.
on, squeeze me, but not that hard.
Anybody know what giraffes eat? Remember, they're big, tall animals. What do they eat? Apples? Maybe. What else?
I
What do you know?
know. They eat leaves on trees.
Very
because
good.
They have long necks.
Very good.
I knew
Leaves
that
on
too.
trees. Good job.
Turn around.
They're so tall that they eat the leaves off the tops of the trees. That's a
Tippy,
big
tippy
animal.
tops.
Tippy tops. That's a big animal. You know what else is big?
I'm going to hold the giraffe for a moment.
Elephant.
Elephants are big, and also big dump trucks and trucks. How many of you guys have seen a big truck out there on the road?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're big, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Well, tell you what. There's one out there, a bulldozer called Scoop. So how about if we read Scoop Saves the Day from Bob the Builder to you? How's
All right. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
You can build it.
Hakeem's
Okay.
going to tell us. Okay.
All right. You ready? Everybody ready? It was a wild and stormy night. All across town, thunder crashed. Lightning flashed and rain poured down. By morning, the storm had stopped, but a lot of damage had been done. Bob was the first person to hear about it. Bob, this is urgent, Wendy said, reading a fax aloud. Roads are blocked and fences are broken. Immediate help is needed. Okay, Wendy, Bob said, handing her his cell phone. I'm on the way. Bob went out to the yard. We're needed right away, he said to the vehicles. I can dig it, Chug scooped. I can roll it, rumbled Rolly. Meanwhile, Lofty, Muck, and Pochard went to the farmer's Pickles farm to make sure everything was all right out there. Look, we need to clean up the pond. Come on, Lofty, cried Muck. While Lofty was piling garbage into Muck's bin, Pochard decided to get a closer look at the ducks. She scrambled up the storm-damaged tree and climbed onto the wobbling branch. Crack! Meow! Cried Pochard as she dangled over the water. Quick, Lofty, do something. We've got to rescue Pochard, exclaimed Muck. Lofty tried to hook the fallen tree, but he couldn't reach Pochard. Chirp, whistled the bird, and he flew away. Look, Bird's going back to the yard for help, said Muck. I'll go with him. You stay here and look after Pochard. Meanwhile, Scoop and Bob were busy clearing a road in town. Left a bit. That's it. Well done, Scoop, said Bob. Help, Wendy said, yelped Muck, rolling into the yard. Pochard is stuck in the tree over the pond, and she can't swim. I'll call Bob right away, said Wendy. Oh no, Bob didn't take his cell phone. One of us will have to go and get him, squeaked Dizzy. Across town, Bird found Scoop. Bird, cried Scoop. What are you doing here? Chirp, chirp, Bird explained, hopping up and down. Scoop listened to the bird, wide-eyed. Bob, quick, he called, swinging him to reverse. We've got to go. Scoop roared back into the yard. There's been an accident, cried Dizzy. A tree fell onto the pond, Muck said. And Pilchard is stuck in the tree, Wendy added. Lofty tried to lift the tree, but it's too heavy, Muck explained. Don't worry, replied Bob. We're on our way. He turned to the vehicles. Ready, team? He called. Can we rescue? Shouted Scoop. Yes, we can, scouted everyone. With their wheels turning as fast as they could go, they all set off for the farm. Pilchard was very relieved to see Bob and the vehicles riding towards the duck pond. Don't worry, Pilchard, said Bob. We'll have you out of that tree in no time. But first, we have to move the ducks out of the pond so they don't get hurt. Scoop picked up the ducks and gently placed them back into Dizzy's cement mixer. Quack, quack, said the ducks. Ooh, Dizzy giggled, that tickles. Now for Pilchard, said Scoop, and he gently placed his rear scoop under the frightened cat. Hop in, Pilchard, called Bob. Pilchard leaped off the branch and collapsed into Scoop's bucket. There you go, Bob said softly as he picked her up. You're all right now. Everyone was tired when they got back to the yard. Good job, team. Now let's go get a good night's sleep, Bob told the vehicles. We've still got a lot of repair work to do tomorrow.
I can see.
When Bob walked into his living room, Pilchard was already asleep in her favorite chair. Purr, purr, Pilchard said sleepily. Well, I'll be, laughed Bob. What a neat story.
Yay! Yay! That's a good one. That's a good one.
What did you think about
I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, giant tractors. Oh my goodness, giant construction equipment.
Yeah, it was really a good book. You were telling me in the middle of the story that that you were really enjoying all the giant equipment, doing a lot of giant tasks and saving lives.
That's so important.
It really is. You know, giants have to share their talents and their skills.
That's right.
You know, all of us can be giants if we want to. We have to be giants in what we do best.
You could be a giant wrestler. Oh, okay.
Or you could be a giant doctor. Oh, okay, we're really good at being a doctor. You know, you have to be a big doctor.
You could be a little short giant. A little short giant.
Well, the point of the matter is that giants have things to share.
If you're beaten, if you think you're beaten, you are.
If you think you lose,
You lost.
for out in the world we find
Success begins with a person's will.
it's all in the state of the mind.
If you think you're outclassed,
You are. You've got to think to rise
you got to be sure
of yourself before.
you can ever win a prize.
Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster person.
But sooner or later, the person who wins is the one who thinks he or she can.
Hey, give yourselves a big hand, boys and girls.
And we agree with you, Hakeem.
Well, thank you.
When we try and when we do our best, we do make a difference in the world. Don't go away. More coming up on Children's Corner.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
I love what I do. I love what I do. Yeah, Captain Baltimore, will you help me? Would you close that for me, Miss Captain Baltimore? Would you just close that for me? It's kind of hard to do things without help. Thank you, Captain Baltimore. That's why I love it so important, because you get lots of help when you're... Well, Captain Baltimore, would you give that to a child?
Great.
Thank you. And then,
doesn't go.
and Captain Baltimore, would you give that to a child? Captain Baltimore, I'm loving this. Captain Baltimore. There you go, Captain Baltimore. I love you.
Another one.
Love is so sweet. Love is so sweet. Oh, thank you, Miss Zoe. Thank you, Miss Zoe. We don't want to run out. We want to share with all our friends who are here. All right, you can get one.
All right, no candy.
Okay. Oh, Captain Marvel, we still have some friends who didn't get any something sweet for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna have to get my magic wand here. Where's that magic wand? I gotta find that magic wand. Oh, here it is. Here's the magic wand right here. Okay.
Wow!
Everybody say, Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Hey, Captain Ball, we're back in business, man. We're back in business. I hear Miss Zoe.
Thank you.
Because we love to share. We love to share.
Thank you. And we'll be right back on the Children's Corner with more with Captain Baltimore, our friends, your love, because it's special Valentine's Day love program, and John the Magician, and hopefully we'll see Hakeem and maybe some other surprise guests. We'll be right back, so don't go away. Children's Corner. I'm Miss Zoe, and we are joined, as you know, by our special guest, Captain Baltimore, and John the Wiz.
Yes, okay.
And today is our Valentine's celebration.
Valentine's celebration. You see, it takes all types of people to share the love that's in the world. All we have is each other. No man is an island entire unto himself. Each man is a part of the continent. Tall people, like Captain Baltimore. Or short people, like the little Oochie Coochie baby over there. It takes all types of people. No man is an island entire unto himself. Each man is a part of the continent, a part of the main. If any portion of the land breaks away, then America is the lesser for it.
You got 3 now.
Everybody, on the count of 3, say Happy Valentine's Day. 1, 2, 3. Happy Valentine's Day. We all have an equal right to share and care. Everybody, help me count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We should share. It's everybody's right and responsibility to share and care. Everybody say, Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Some folks have a long way to go in caring and sharing. But that's okay. We're in Baltimore. That's right. And we believe, don't we? Don't we? Yeah, we do. We believe that we can work together and help each other. No matter what the problem is, whether it's a oochie coochie moochie woochie teeny weeny eeny weeny knot, or whether it's a big problem, we can work together. Captain Baltimore, come over here and help me for a second here. I just want to rub your wonderful hair there. Your wonderful hair. Oh, thank you, Captain Baltimore.
Thank you.
I needed some special scissors, and he shared and cared enough that I can help. Clip, clip. There you go. Everybody say, Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right, Captain Baltimore, I need more of those scissors, man. See, he's helping me. This is what you call teamwork. Okay, thank you. I got them there. I got a more extra special. All right, everybody say Happy Valentine's Day. 1, 2, 3. Happy Valentine's Day. There you go. The problem has been solved. It's together. The rope is whole again. It's a whole piece of rope. What's that? Knot. It's a knot. You're right, it's a knot. All right, but we solve problems here in Baltimore. On the count of 3, everybody say Happy Valentine's Day. I'll move the knot there. How's that? I'll move the knot there. How's that? I'll move the knot there. How's that? I'll tell you what. I'll get rid of that knot. There's the knot right there. There's our whole rope gotten together because we share and care. Give yourself a big hand there.
Awesome! You did magic!
Oh, thank you.
You did magic!
Thank you.
You are great!
Thank you.
He is great.
It's
You know the thing about
funny.
Valentine's
Well,
Day is we
I
celebrate
try
our
my
love
best.
for each other, right?
Okay.
And we love John the Wiz.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. And we'll be right back for more on the Children's Corner with you. Welcome, girls and boys, to the Children's Corner today. Thank you for being with us. And all of you are so wonderful. And we have a special guest today, Captain Baltimore and Mr. Leroy, who's going to play a song for us to sing.
Imagine being a hero. Imagine fighting the bad guys, saving the world, all that good stuff. Now imagine fighting an enemy you can't see or touch.
H-A-P, I can be happy with me. It's so hard to be confident in your abilities, but everyone has a special talent